Wow, I am so proud of you guys. You have made it all the way to the final lesson in Sacred Flow's CPR program, where we are enhancing each of your innate ability to live with clarity, compassion, and radical amazement. We are in our final lesson in the program and in the section that we're focusing on radical amazement. This lesson is titled Remember. Because a lot of what radical amazement is about is thinking about where we have been, all that we've experienced, and now how far we've come to today. Even thinking about where you started in that first lesson in our CPR program on yoga, and how you've made it all the way, and all the things you've learned about yourself and about our world to today. Emily Towns writes this about remember. She says, "We sit under the shade of trees we did not plant. We stand on the shoulders of and are shaped by those who went before us, even those we cannot see." So our ability to remember that we are not alone, that we come from a long lineage of human beings who have lived with a sense of clarity, compassion, and radical amazement, and who were able to offer their best selves to the world. And you, my friend, are one of those. Enjoy this final lesson in our CPR series where we focus on remembering. Our yoga practice is based on the breath being very important. It is the guide to this practice, as well as it's the thing that we come back to when things get too difficult or we just need to take a breath. So establishing our breath pattern is very important to the practice. So this is a 3-part breath that fills the belly, extends through the chest, and lifts up to the collarbones. And then as you exhale from the collarbones through the chest, and you use the belly. It's a 3 to 5 second inhale and a 3 to 5 second exhale. So let's practice this full and complete yogic breath 3 times. Inhale into the belly, expand through the chest, and fill up completely to the collarbones. And then exhale from the collarbones, chest, and use those low belly muscles to push out any extra air. Then inhale, expand the belly, extend the breath through the chest, and lift up through the collarbones. And then exhale from the top, middle, and use those low belly muscles. One more time, inhale to the belly, chest, all the way to the top, and then exhale from the top, the chest, and use the low belly. Now that we've built that beautiful, full and complete yogic breath, we're going to add some movement to our breath. This is a different class tonight. This is the class where we're really going to slow things down. And so instead of a sun A and sun B, we're going to flow through the movements that I'll just teach you. And you'll notice how we're moving the spine both forward and back and side to side, but we're also adding a nice spinal rotation so that then we have it all done and we can slow things down for a yin practice. So let us begin in that tabletop shape, and then slowly slide the hands back to the knees, and then lift the upper body up, roll the shoulders up and back and down. And here we are in our starting posture, a tall knee shape. From here, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Grab that left wrist and bend up and over to the right side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, grab the right wrist and bend up and over to the left side. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, sweep the arms down by the side, bring that right foot forward, and shift the hips forward. Inhale, lift the arms up high, and then exhale, bring the hands down, straightening that right leg, Now you can stay here with the hips high, or you can sink the hips all the way back to the heel and forward fold over that straight leg. And then walk the hands back to that lunge shape. Lift the back knee up off the mat. And then twist over to the right side, lifting the right arm high. Take an inhale. And exhale the hands back down. That right foot steps back to join the left foot and you're in plank. And then exhale, lower the knees down. Then slide the hands back towards the knees. Lift the upper body up, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Grab that left wrist and exhale, bend up and over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, grab the right wrist and bend up and over to the left side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, float the hands down and bring that left leg forward and come into a lunge. Inhale, lift the arms high. And then exhale the hands down to the mat. Straighten that left leg. Again, hips can be lifted or the hips can sink back to the heels. And forward fold over that leg. Then inhale, come back forward into the lunge shape. And then tuck the toes under, lift the heel up off, lift the knee up off the mat. And then twist over to the left side, lifting the left arm high, take an inhale. And exhale that left hand back down. Step the left foot back to join the right in high plank. And then exhale the knees down to the mat. Inhale, slide the hands, lift the upper body, roll the shoulders up and down. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bend over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, sweep the arms down, bring that right foot forward and lunge. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the hands back down and straighten that right leg. Inhale, come back into that lunge. Exhale, lift the knee off the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm high, taking a twist. And exhale the right hand back down. Step the right foot back into plank. And exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, slide the hands, lift the upper body, roll the shoulders, and here we are. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, float the hands down, bring the left foot forward and lunge. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the hands down and straighten the left leg. Inhale, come back to that lunge. Exhale, lift the back knee off the mat. Inhale, twist to the left, lifting the left arm high. Exhale the left hand down. Step the left foot back to join the right. Take an inhale. And exhale the knees down. Inhale, sweep the hands back, lift the shoulders up and back and down. One more time each side. Inhale, sweep the arms high. And exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, center, float the arms down and bring that right foot forward. Take a lunge, exhale. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the hands down, straighten the right leg. Inhale back to a lunge. Exhale, lift the back knee. Inhale, twist to the right, lifting the right arm high. And exhale the right arm down. Step the right foot back to join the left. Inhale. And exhale the knees down. Inhale, slide the hands, lift the shoulders up, back, and down. Exhale. Then inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, the hands float down and you bring that left foot forward and lunge. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the hands back down. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, come back to lunge. Exhale, tuck the back toes under and lift the knee off the mat. Inhale, twist to the left, lifting the left arm high. Exhale, the hands back down. Step the left foot back to join the right. Take an inhale. And exhale, the knees down. Inhale, slide the hands back. Lift the shoulders up, back, and exhale, down. And then come to that tabletop shape. Cross the ankles at the back. Come into an easy seated position to begin slowing things down for our yin yoga practice, what my students like to call sleepy yoga. We've been enjoying the natural rhythm of our breath, changed just slightly to allow us to lengthen it, extend it, expand it in the full and complete yogic breath. But now, as we quiet our practice down, we're going to shift back to that natural rhythm of our breath. So let's begin by turning to the long side of the mat, but leaving the left leg out long and bringing the right foot into the body. Bring the hands out front and take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring the upper body forward and then rock it back and forward and back. Just a few times, getting used to this shape, used to the stretch. And then the next time you're forward, just come down as far as you can go. I like to bring my elbows in front and then place my hands together and rest my forehead on my thumbs. This gives a natural massage to right there between the eyebrows, and it feels really nice. And then soften the shoulders. Release tension in the hips and in the legs, all the way down to the toes. Close your eyes and follow the rhythm of 5 of your natural breaths. Following the flow of air in and out of your nose. Then slowly begin to lift the upper body back up. And now sweep that right arm up and over and get a nice side body stretch as you bend over to the straight leg. And then come back up and bend the opposite way. And bend over towards that straight leg. And lift up and go the opposite way. And now the next time you're over on that straight leg, stay there. If the arm up overhead is not comfortable, keep the shape of your body, and you can lift the arm up, bend the elbow, and drop the hand to the low back. And close your eyes and stay here for 5 breaths. And then slowly begin to lift the upper body up and take a pause. And now we're going to switch legs. So stretching out, for me it's the right leg and the left leg comes in, but whichever leg you did not do, that's the leg we want to do. Then bring the hands forward and rock the upper body forward and back. Do that 4 or 5 times. Just getting used to feeling that stretch on the inside of the straight leg. And then the next time you're forward, just come down as far as you can go. We never want pain, just a nice stretch. So I'm gonna bring the elbows down forward, press the palms together, and place my forehead on the thumbs. And then begin to soften the shoulders, the spine all the way down to the tailbone, the hips and the legs. And then follow the natural rhythm of your breath for the next 5 breaths. Now release out of this shape slowly, bringing the upper body up, and take a pause. And then float that left arm up and over as you bend over on the straight leg, and lift up and bend in the opposite direction. And lift up and bend to the straight leg. And lift up and bend the opposite way. And then the next time you're bending over the straight leg, stay there. You can keep this top arm up overhead, or you can reach the hand up to the sky, bend the elbow, and drop the hand at the low back. And then begin by closing the eyes, softening where you can. It's a challenge in this shape, but feeling the full experience of the pose in your body. And then bringing the attention to your breath and following the flow of air in and out of your nose 5 times. Slowly bring the upper body back up and take a pause. Let's come into a Sphinx shape. So we're gonna lie on our bellies and bring the elbows slightly underneath the shoulders. Press down through the forearms and into the palms and fingers to take all of the weight, or a lot of the weight, out of the elbows. Now, sometimes we want our shoulders to sink up to our ears, and that feels more comfortable. But we want to bring the shoulders down out of the ears, the shoulder blades relax down the back. And then if the lower back is kind of kinked up, you can move the feet apart wider. And now once you're in this shape, I invite you to close your eyes and just focus on the natural rhythm of your breath. Whenever your mind wanders off to thinking about other things, just gently guide your thoughts, your full attention back to the inhale and the exhale. This part of our practice is a meditation with our body in different shapes. And we're just practicing calming down the monkey mind that wants to jump from here and there and everywhere, to just focusing on one thing. Focusing on the full inhale and the full exhale. 2 more breaths. And then gently open your eyes and bring the upper body down, turning your head in one direction for a few breaths. And then turn your head in the opposite direction for a few breaths. And then look forward. Come into that tabletop position. Move your knees as wide as feels comfortable. Your toes intend to touch. They may not, but there's intention there. And then you sink the hips back towards the heels. You can kind of push with your hands a little bit and move side to side. And then take an inhale. And exhale, lower the forehead down to the mat. Then walk your fingers forward. Lift the forearms and the palms up off the mat so that you're just on the fingertips. And notice how that feels along the spine. Take an inhale. And exhale the hands back down. Inhale, lift up on the fingertips. Walk the fingertips forward a little bit more. And then release the arms down to the mat. And then just close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And bring your full attention to the natural rhythm of your breath. Following the flow of air in and out of your nose. Practicing bringing yourself into a sense of calm and peace. This is a tool. The breath is a tool that you have wherever you go. And that is what we're practicing right now for the next few breaths. Take 2 more breaths. And then look up and walk the hands back to the knees. Bring one hip down onto the mat. Extend the legs forward. Shift your body. So sit up really tall with your knees bent and your feet on the mat, and then bring your hands behind you. Now slide your feet to the edges of the mat and just begin to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Just noticing how that feels on each side. One side might be different from the other. And that's just how you were made. That's how beautifully you were created. And now when your knees the next time are at the right side, go ahead and bring them all the way down to the ground. So my left knee is almost touching my right heel. And then bring your left arm up and over to meet the right arm at the back of the mat. And now we're going to make our way over our hip and come to lie down on the mat. You can cradle your head with your hands. You can even put that top knee on top of the heel underneath. This is a twist, but it's also stretching the outside edges down to the knee on both sides, and it's called deer pose.
So see with every exhale if you can release tension in the shoulders, in the face, in the hips. And then I invite you to close your eyes and just follow the natural rhythm of your breath for the next 5 breaths. Then gently begin to lift your upper body back up. Unwind the twist. Bring your feet to the outside edges of the mat and just take a pause. And again, begin to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then the next time the knees are over on the left side, leave them down. Bring them all the way down. Then that right hand lifts up and over and joins the left hand at the back of the mat. And then you begin to make your way over that hip and come to lie down on the mat. Cradle your head. Find a way to make your legs work in this deer pose shape. Soften the muscles of your face, shoulders, hips and legs. And then close your eyes and follow the rhythm of your natural breath for the next 5 breaths. Slowly lift the upper body back up. Unwind the twist. And take a pause. Then lower the upper body all the way down to the mat. You can leave your knees bent if that's more comfortable, or stretch one leg out long and then the next leg out long. The arms come down by your side as we come into finding your way to your final resting pose in Shavasana. Laying the body down on the mat, pressing the back side of the head softly into the ground, and then release. Pressing the right arm gently into the mat, and release. Pressing the left arm into the mat just gently, and release. Softly pressing the hips down into the earth, and release. The right leg, press it down, and release. And the left leg, gently pressing down, and release. And now the entire body, from the crown of the head through the shoulders and arms, hips and legs. Pretend like you're giving the earth a final hug, pressing gently down, and release. And now Now, if you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes, to allow the body to get really still. The breath just naturally becomes a little more shallow. And you find rest. And now begin to deepen your breath. Sigh out the mouth. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just waking up the body gently. Maybe bend the elbows and circle the wrists. Point and flex the feet. And reach and stretch like you just woke up in the morning. Allow the knees to gently pull into the chest, wrapping your arms around them, and just pause here for a moment. And then choose one side and allow the entire body to move over onto that one side and take a full breath. And then push up with one hand and come back to an easy seated position. Bringing the hands to heart center. And now your facilitator has our closing moments of gratitude, but I just want to say to you, the light in me notices, observes, and appreciates the light in each one of you. Namaste.